Pro Bowl memes to get you all the way to the Super Bowl. What's good, gentlemen? San Francisco setup. 2 certified Gooner Cuck chairs. It has everything I've ever wanted. In reality, though, I want to do a video right before the Super Bowl. There's a few Pro Bowl memes. There's a couple stuff to check up on. I have to give my final Super Bowl predictions, too, but... Yo, okay, I gotta give you guys a little bit of respect, low-key. The GIF, the true GIF, actually goes so hard. I'm so glad you guys did this. I don't know if you guys saw, but Jameis Winston reacted to, like, me using his wide receiver card on Instagram. Completely unprompted. I had no idea. He's never messaged me. I don't know. But let's start with Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons recorded all the female cheerleaders, then put his camera down when he got to the male cheerleader. Let's see how real. Hey, hey, get that shit out of here. Get that whack shit out. He couldn't have made it much more obvious. Also, why does he have one of those? Is he recording a vlog on one of those flip style? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know they still made cameras like that. Loves male cheerleaders? Bro, what? I would have recorded him anyway. This, of course, is on Ghetto Gronk 2 because they took away our goat. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dude, isn't that crazy? I don't know if you guys saw, but like, they dropped all the files of Jeffy, okay, of Mr. Jeffrey. And apparently Stephen Hawking went there. Stephen Hawking went there? What is he doing over there? Someone get Micah Parsons off the field. Hey. He's gonna injure somebody. Is he so injured that he actually needs that? Or is he just doing that for fun? Like, is he so injured that he legitimately needs that little camera? Tell you what, that's gonna be a sick vlog, though. That's gonna be a really cool vlog. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins lose another high-scoring game thanks to the defense. I'll be honest, guys, I didn't watch. The Pro Bowl just doesn't do it for me. It really doesn't. I get it's fun. It just doesn't do it for me anymore. I'm unk, bro. I don't want to see a 52-66 game where no one gives a shit. We gotta invent something where these guys can play full speed, full force tackle football with like force fields around them. I would love if no good players could ever get injured and they could go full torque 1980s hitting each other like their lives depended on it. This has got to be the funniest trio of quarterbacks in Pro Bowl history. Is actually insane. Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco, Shedeur Sanders. Dude, imagine showing this to someone. Like, showing this to someone at the start of the year, they'd be like, oh my God, so wait, so Joe Flacco's a Bengal and he was that good? And Shedeur Sanders balled out in Cleveland? And then you realize that pretty much none of that's true. Gentlemen, the big game is finally here, and if you want to get in on the action, there's no better place than my sponsor, Underdog. With Underdog, you just pick higher or lower on 2 or more player stats, and you can win up to 5,000x your entry. And of course, for the big game, Underdog is hooking it up with a big reveal. All you do is just choose your player and see if you get a gimme pick. Here are my picks for the game. You can actually tail my partner pack. I'm so excited. I think Cup's gonna have a really big game. Underdog is available in most states, including Texas, Florida, and California. And new customers get $75 in bonus entries when you play just $5 to get started. Just use code MMG during sign up and it'll load instantly. Huge shout out to Underdog. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, Shedeur, everyone says you shouldn't be at the Pro Bowl. Go prove them all wrong. Shedeur Sanders? That's not his fault. That's Jamar Chase's fault. That is so obviously Jamar Chase's fault. What is Jamar? Dude, come on. I get it's the Pro Bowl, but that thing hit both your mitts. Don't do my boy Shedeur like that. Shedeur Sanders with a beautiful pass to the wrong team. Guys, are we really out here clown? I'm getting rage baited. I'm getting fucking rage baited. I can't do it. AJ Brown's got to be sick watching Jalen Hurts look like an actual NFL quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Oh, like AJ Brown didn't drop like 10 balls this season. Don't even get me started. Fuck, I'm getting rage baited. Fuck. Eee. That was low-key insane. Broncos corner Pat Surtain asked about his score prediction for Super Bowl 60.
Prediction for Super Bowl 60? 35-7 Seattle.
Unfortunately, that's also basically my score prediction, so. Not actually. I think New England's gonna put up more than 7. Is this a must-win game? Who the fuck? Did someone actually ask that?
Must-win game. A must-win? Yeah, I think every time we go out is a must-win game. I mean, kind of the attitude that I've always taken in the national football.
Dude, you gotta respect him for even answering that. That was 100% a rage bait question. It was 100% a fucking rage bait question. Why is the Pro Bowl on a random Tuesday? Isn't it supposed to be the weekend before the Super Bowl? That's actually a really good question. The Pro Bowl was on such a weird day. Why would they not run the Pro Bowl on Saturday? I actually don't know. Does anyone have an answer for this? I didn't even know it was today. I thought it was at least Sunday. I guess now I was confused. You know, the other thing too, the networks didn't want to lose viewership by showing this instead whatever they showed on Sunday. Well, Sunday, interesting. Sunday is the Super Bowl. You would think they would either do it in the morning before the Super Bowl or like Saturday. I feel like the morning before the Super Bowl would be kind of funny because then it's really fresh. Like you go ask someone, like you go ask Pat Surtain his score prediction, and then like an hour later, it's the actual Super Bowl. Maybe not that much. You do want a little Super Bowl warm-up time. You do want like 2 or 3 hours of broadcast leading up so that everyone can say the same stupid shit over and over. Are you playing to win this Sunday?
Are we planning to win? What
I think she said, are you planning to win?
else are we planning to do?
Yeah, so fun fact, I was actually at this event, and I can tell you why all of these questions are so unbelievably dog shit. So this is called opening night, and at opening night, you have 1 hour with the Patriots and 1 hour with the Seahawks, and the entire team comes through. And then there are specific podiums that are set up for the biggest names. Like Cooper Kupp had a podium. Gray Zabel had a podium, which I was kind of shocked by. Vrabel has it. The head coaches, Drake May, Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith. The big names have a podium, right? But the people that are allowed to come is anyone. Literally anyone. Literally anybody. You don't have to be an accredited journalist. You don't have to be like... I mean, fucking, I was there. I'm not an accredited fucking journalist. I was there with EA doing like Madden shit, whatever. So we did get to meet some guys. I met Kenneth Walker. Like, I technically have met him like 6 years ago when we were at Michigan State, but I really got to talk to him this time. So that was really cool. But basically, you have just a bunch of cornballs with a microphone who can ask anybody anything so long as they get called on. So if you're wondering where like the insanely corny shit comes from, this is why. This is not like this is supposed to be stupid and fun. I hope that clears things up. Bro gets arrested every Super Bowl week. Patrick Mahomes Sr. was arrested for a probation. Wow, again? No way. I feel like this is fake. Tom Brady's career is even more impressive now that we know he didn't have a Hall of Fame head coach. Okay, it's funny, but can we actually put Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame? Because this is such a disgrace to the committee. He's got to be like almost unanimously the best coach of all time. How the fuck is he not a first ballot Hall of Famer? Protecting his blind side while he scans the field. Yup, she's the one. Oh yeah, Madison Beer's the one, guys. We needed an entire Instagram post that figured out the baddest chick on planet Earth, who's also giga wealthy and giga popular, is the one for Justin Herbert. Could you be more the one? I don't need a fucking... I'm pissed off, guys. I'm gonna die alone. CJ Stroud was so ass this season. Oh my God. Is that actually CJ Stroud, or is this the guy that looks like CJ Stroud? Yo, is this CJ... I'm gonna be so honest with you. I have no idea if this is CJ Stroud or if it's the dude that looks like CJ Stroud. Well, if that is CJ Stroud, I think this is a good thing because he needs a fresh start. He really does need a fresh start. Christian Luke McCaffrey did a Raising Cane. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Christian Luke McCaffrey did a Raising Cane's ad, and now NFL Hate Memes gets a Caniac Ambassador ad post for Raising Cane's? Wait a minute. This is adception. Number one. Christian, Luke, they better have paid you a bag because it ain't worth it. I can tell you right now it ain't worth it. I can tell you right now that this is not going to look good when you have one bad game.
I'm Christian McCaffrey. I'm Luke McCaffrey. And this is the Raising Cane's Skills Challenge.
Oh, that's smart. They did a Raising Cane's Skills Challenge. This is actually smart. See, because the Bryce Young thing, they had Bryce Young like flipping burgers and shit. Well, not flipping burgers. It's Raising Cane's. They had Bryce Young handing out Caniac combos to people at the drive-thru like he was working there. This, at least, you can get away with this. You can get away with this. I don't know. You're not getting away with that right there. I don't know. Oh, damn. Christian's way better than Luke at this. Okay, honestly, that's, I think, the only things that I've missed so far, especially because our glorious king, Ghetto Gronk, is currently banned for making too many Jewish jokes. You gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them, Ghetto Gronk. You gotta know when to... He DM'd me off of his second account what he got banned for, and it was literally making fun of Robert Kraft and, like, Jewish people, which... You know, you're technically not supposed to make fun of anybody on the internet, but it is really funny that Ghetto Gronk can be racist towards virtually everybody and say horrible shit. And then when he does the Robert Kraft Jewish joke, that's what he's getting banned for. It's honestly kind of crazy that that's what keeps taking his account down. But the thing is Ghetto Gronk is kind of inevitable. Like no one's ever fully taken the account down. He just gets these little little slaps on the wrist and then he comes back. I have no doubt that our GOAT will be back. I'm no longer worried, I guess. Okay, I do have to put this out because this is the day before Super Bowl 59. Super Bowl 60 is it's Super Bowl 60, right? What Super Bowl is this? What is LX though? Oh, it is 60. LX is 60. Oh, that's a great number. Oh, that's such a great number. That was an MM casual. I've asked that like 15 times to people. The streets are saying heavily Seattle. That's what the streets are saying. 60% Seattle to win, 40% New England to win. That's just what the ESPN analytics say. Okay, so maybe it's not the streets. Seattle opened at 3.5. It's moved to 4.5. So Vegas is saying they're going to win by 4 points or more, or should. That's how they're the favorite. Over-under's 45.5. So a relatively high-scoring game, not anything crazy. I think a lot of people, the defenses are so good. That's the big thing. Seattle's defense is amazing, and the Patriots' defense has been amazing. Here's the thing, though, is this Patriots' last game was so low scoring because they're in a blizzard, right? They're in this ridiculous blizzard, but for the big game, it's perfect weather. Now, it is outdoors, so it's not in a dome. Last Super Bowl was in a dome. And the one before that was too, I think. But either way, it's 66 degrees and sunny in Levi's on Sunday. I'm here right now. It's literally perfect outside. There's no wind. I think it's going to be an awesome game. I'm kind of excited too. I feel like for this Patriots whole run, it's been like bad weather conditions and really good defenses. Like that Texans game, there wasn't that much offense. The Broncos game, there wasn't that much offense. The Chargers game, there wasn't that much offense. I kind of expected some offense there and there wasn't that much. I'm really hoping that this can actually be a slug out. If this is a 10-7, 17-14-ish Super Bowl, I will be really sad. Just as an enjoyer of the sport, I would like to see some offense. I think one interesting thing that I'm kind of laser locked in on for this Super Bowl is Travion Henderson. So last game against the Broncos, Ramondre Stevenson had 25 carries. Travion Henderson had 3. He had 3 carries last game in the blizzard. And you would have thought they would like split reps with running backs because they're running the ball so much. Nope. Something's going on with Travion Henderson in New England. I don't know if Vrabel doesn't trust him or if Vrabel was like going galaxy brain and not using him in Denver so that he could use him in the Super Bowl, or if I really don't know, but I think Travion Henderson's great. I think he's a lot more explosive and a lot faster than Ramondre Stevenson, and I'm interested to see what his workload is in the Super Bowl. His like line projections on Underdog and stuff is like 18 yards, so he's really not supposed to get the football. Same thing over in Seattle. Kenneth Walker usually splits reps with Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet's out. And the backup now is George Alani. George Alani was actually pretty damn good in that game against the Rams, but Kenneth Walker was amazing too. So I'm kind of excited to see how the running backs play in this. Is Kenneth Walker just going to get like 95% snap share, or are they going to cycle in George Alani? Jackson Smith-Njigba was insane last game. I would be so shocked if the New England Patriots allowed Jackson Smith-Njigba to do something similar. And I know that you can't really control it because Jackson Smith is so good, but in that postseason game when they played the Rams, he had what? 10 receptions, 150 yards. You would kind of think that people would be paying some attention to Jackson Smith-Njigba. I wonder if they have Christian Gonzalez mirror him the entire game. I wonder if they double him. I honestly don't know, but what the Rams allowed was kind of criminal. On the same tee, though, I mean, the Seahawks allowed Puka Nacua to have 11 receptions for 170, but they won the game, so didn't really matter. I think Seattle's defensive line is disgustingly good, and I think that's part of the reason why I really do think they're going to win this game. I actually think Seattle's going to win this game really easily. I've been saying that, but I think my true prediction, I'm going to say 31-20 Seattle. That's going to be my final prediction. It's a lot higher scoring than I think it probably will be, but I'd love to see that. And I think Seattle's going to win by 10 points or more. I just think that offensively, they match up pretty well. I would probably take Drake May as a quarterback over Sam Darnold. In fact, I definitely would take Drake May as a quarterback over Sam Darnold. But I'd take pretty much everything else for Seattle. I like Kenneth Walker. I think Jackson Smith-Njigba is clearly the best wide receiver in the Super Bowl. I think the Seahawks D-line is significantly better than the Patriots D-line. Oh, God, the Seahawks are just so good. I don't know. I'm like low-key glazing. And you know what? The other thing about New England is pretty much everyone has doubted New England in just about every game, and they just keep winning. So it's like, at some point, should I just get the memo and start believing? That was me with Seattle, though. I kept talking shit about Seattle, and now I've gotten the memo, and I guess we're going to find out. But I'm really excited. You know who I think is going to have a big game? I don't know why. I've been saying this like all playoff long, but I think Cooper Kupp is going to have a big Super Bowl. And the reason I think Cooper Kupp's going to have a big Super Bowl is because I just don't think, I've just said it, but I don't think Mike Vrabel is going to let Jackson Smith and Jigba do this shit again. I don't think he's going to let him go for 150. I think they're going to put a very concerted effort into containing Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Sam Darnold's going to have to look to AJ Barner and Cooper Kupp. That's my thought process. Offensively for the Patriots, I think Hunter Henry's going to have a really big game. I don't know. I just have liked Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry had like one of the few offensive touchdowns this whole playoff run for the New England Patriots, because Drake May had the rushing touchdown. Drake May's been really good on the ground. I just don't know that it's going to be the same. These conditions are just so different than everything New England's seen in the playoffs thus far, and Seattle had really good practice in really good conditions against the Rams last week, so I'm just so excited. The Super Bowl is going to be awesome. I know I'm just fucking yapping, but I did want to get like my final things out. So for the Patriots, my big guys, I really like Hunter Henry. I'm excited to see what happens with Travion, but I think they're just going to go Ramondre Stevenson all game long, and I kind of like Kayshon Boutte too. Kayshon Boutte had like a ton of opportunities in that Denver game, but it was just a blizzard, so he couldn't really come down with any of them. And then for Seattle, I like Kenneth Walker. I like Cooper Kupp. Jackson Smith and Jigba's Super Bowl MVP would low-key be so sick though, so I'm kind of like, I would love that for Wheel of Mutt too, because if he gets Super Bowl MVP, he gets a 99 overall, and then I get a 99 overall on my team. Yeah, whoever wins Super Bowl MVP gets a 99 overall Madden card. So, fun, extra special, additional memes. Shane's aura farming in the back, but I recorded this video. 8 hours later, Ghetto Gronk DMs me off his main page. He's back, baby! Ironically, in my initial recording, I said he definitely would be back because they never find a way to truly ban him. So I have extra juicy memes for you guys. Think of it like a fun surprise. Extra juicy before the Patriots' path to the Super Bowl. Number 1, easiest strength of schedule, playoff Justin Herbert, 4 interception CJ Stroud, and Jarrett Stidham in a blizzard. That is what we call a Mickey Mouse run. If I'm gonna be so genuine, it doesn't take away anything from the Patriots because it's not the Patriots' fault, but this is genuinely a Mickey Mouse run. Like Seattle went through, okay, they had the bye, so that's pretty Mickey Mouse. They faced the Niners, who never really had a chance against them, in my opinion, so that's kind of Mickey Mouse. But that Rams team is so good. That Rams team is unbelievable. So Seattle doesn't get this Mickey Mouse thing. This was Mickey Mouse's shit. I think the most Mickey Mouse thing is the fact that you did not face Bo Nix. Is there any way that New England team can beat that Denver team if Bo Nix is playing? I don't think so. CJ Stroud, generationally horrible game. And then they honestly, I don't agree with playoff Justin Herbert, though. They outplayed the Chargers big time. Big time. Watching the Patriots get back to a Super Bowl after facing the easiest schedule in NFL history. They can't keep getting away with it. They really can't. Drake May and the Patriots taking over the NFC.
Not for long. Hey, guys, you had 1,000 years to invent guns, and you didn't, so sorry. I know this sucks, but all of America did this, so it's not just me, so it's okay. Terrific.
Doesn't this house belong to someone else?
Oh, God. I've never seen that. Dude, there's a Family Guy clip for everything. There's a Family Guy clip for everything. There's a Simpsons clip for everything. There's a Drewski clip for everything. The Patriots lost Tom Brady. Sucked for half a decade. Guys, I gotta shit on my boy for saying it. If Shane gets a FaceTime from his girlfriend, out of there. 30 minutes minimum. The streets are saying it's true. The Patriots lost Tom Brady, sucked for half a decade, drafted a bust, replaced him with Drake May, and reached another Super Bowl before Josh Allen ever sniffed one with the Bills. I mean, he did it before my Lions ever sniffed. They did it before 95% of our poverty franchises ever sniffed one. The only one who really sniffed anything is the 49ers, and they've sniffed the Super Bowl a few times and whiffed a few times. Like, we're shitting on the Bills, but who's the team that... Wow, I really hate the 49ers. Damn, I really do. Fuck. It'd be sneaking out. It'd be sneaking out and completely that was unprovoked. Nobody encouraged me to talk about the San Francisco 49ers, and I started talking shit about them. That's incredible. The scary times Patriots fans had to go. Whoa! Let's kick a field goal and make it a 2-score game. Yeah, I'd rather rip the fuck out of the bong. I genuinely hate this video more than anything. The fact that one of Sean Payton's kids' friends decided to secretly record Sean Payton smoking the bong pisses me off like no other. This is like the most legitimate violation of bro code that there ever is, bro. If your friend's dad is cool enough to rip the bong with you, to hit your Nick stick, to like drink a beer with you, underage, mind you, if your friend's dad is cool enough to do that, it's so bro code to never fucking speak about it, never snitch, never do any of that. On top of that, your buddy's dad is Sean Payton. On top of that, you're filming it. It's not like it's just word of mouth, oh, I smoked weed with Sean Payton. You're fucking filming. Like, this video makes me unbelievably angry. The Broncos falling out of the playoffs. Can you blame them? I mean, are we blaming Denver? We blaming Denver for Bo Nix breaking his ankle at the worst possible time. The Patriots, after the Bills took out Bo Nix and handed them a free trip to Super Bowl.
Thank you.
You'll never have to.
And you'll never have to.
I'm him. How Broncos fans thought Jarrett Stidham would play. You know what's so funny? They really did think this. I kept seeing this in my comments, in my Twitch, and everything. It was like, Nick Foles did it, bro. Nick Foles did it. You know what's different? That Eagles team was fucking insane. Eagles team was so unbelievably talented from the top down. You know what's the difference about that Denver Broncos team? Bo Nix significantly elevated that team. Significantly elevated that team. Bo Nix he wasn't carrying because that defense was really, really good. But offensively, Bo Nix was crucial. That is not a talented offense. I'm sorry. You can talk shit to me all you want. I think it's a talented offensive line, but we're talking about like rookie RJ Harvey, Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, Evan Engram. These are like depth guys on most teams. Okay, I just pushed it a little bit. I went a little too far. I went a little bit too far, but you're not going to sit there and tell me that Denver Broncos offense is particularly talented, because it's not. You know whose offense is particularly talented? Not New England's. You know whose is? Seattle's. You know who's actually probably definitely top 3 wide receiver in football, top 2 wide receiver in football? Jackson Smith and Jigba. You know who runs the crispiest routes in the league right now? Jackson Smith and Jigba. You know who can sling the fucking rock better than I could have ever believed? Samantha Darnold. You know who's an absolute dog, played at the best college in the United States? Kenneth Walker. Barnyard, AJ Barner. Dog. What else do we got? Booper Bupp, Triple Crown, Super Bowl MVP. He happens to be in the Super Bowl again. I'm glazing a team that I talked shit about the entire year, for the record. Ah, finally, a Super Bowl without the Chiefs. Diddy? Diddy? Come on out, Diddy. Hey, nice day. Hey, Diddy. Yes, we love you, Diddy. Yes. Bald chemotherapy girl, go hug Diddy. Yeah. Sorry, that's not me saying that. That's not me saying that, guys. I was doing a parody of Ellen's crew. This was Ellen's cordy ass, you know, corporate media crew all clapping it up, and they're doing what Drake May's doing. Look, they're doing this back there. Yes, Diddy. Go talk to the cancer patients, Diddy. I just shouldn't even fucking do that. I shouldn't even do that. I shouldn't do that. Mike Vrabel is 1 win away from losing his dick.
Did your dick off for a Super Bowl? Been married 20 years. Yeah, probably.
You've got 3.
As a player. You guys will be married for 20 years one day.
Would you, if you
won't need it.
If you came home holding a bag of ice, and Jen was like, "Oh, honey, what'd you do?"
Like, I thought you already got fixed.
I made the ultimate sacrifice. I had to cut my dick off.
Crazy. Crazy. The ant on top is Drake May. Potential MVP Drake May. The ant on top is potential MVP Drake May. Are we dead ass? I get fucking rage baited by the ant on top every time. No, you're not getting me again. This is what soulless dome stadiums you're trying to take away from us. You know what though? Like, I think dome stadiums are soulless. I think football is meant to be played outside. I think the fact that Ford Field has a dome as a spectator is a very good thing, because when it's negative 10 degrees in Detroit, and you're already in fucking Detroit, so your life sucks, and then you go to a game and it's actually 72 degrees in the stadium, like, that's a blessing. That's a good thing. A good snow game in the regular season, I rock with. Would I ever want to see this Patriots-Broncos game again in the playoffs, in the AFC Championship? Absolutely not. Dude, the ball didn't get moved in the entire second half of that game. Literally. It was 7-10 for like 30 minutes of football. It was horrible. It was a mid-off. It was a true clock off. with Jarrett Stidham desperately trying to score in a blizzard. It's a niche gimmick. To me, it is not true football. I think cold weather football outside, great. Rainy football every once in a while, sure. Blizzard football might as well be the 1940s. You can't throw the football. You can't execute plays legitimately outside of like really incredible fluke plays. I mean, what were the scores in this game? You had, when the weather was good, Jarrett Stidham play action. You had a pitch lateral that the Patriots defense picked up so Drake May could run it in 10 yards. And then you had a field goal. Probably arguing at the wall. I don't know how many people. Watching the Patriots go back to another Super Bowl after the Chiefs dynasty just ended. Yeah, like, are we actually... I don't think we're in store for a Patriots dynasty, though. I think they got a very favorable run to the Super Bowl this year. You know what this Super Bowl reminds me of? Low-key. You know what this Super Bowl reminds me of? This reminds me of Rams-Bengals. This reminds me of Rams-Bengals. I don't see either of these teams like, this isn't the start of a new dynasty. I think this is like your fluke fun Super Bowl, and we're going to go back to dynasty territory over the next 6 years. And I don't think it's either of these teams. Maybe Seattle. I'm going to give a maybe to Seattle. I'm going to say no on New England. Sean Payton pushing Bo Nix down the slide at the Return King. Do you guys ever think that NFL players intentionally don't go to Cancun or Cabo anymore because of the memes? Like, if they're planning a vacation and Cabo is usually the destination, do you think they switch it up to, like, the Dominican Republic? You think they're going to, like, the Bahamas instead so that they can't be, like, you know, they can't post on their story that they're in Cabo? I know this is very niche, but I actually would almost guarantee that at least 10 NFL players have changed their plans from Cabo Cancun to another tropical island. Because it's not that. You just go to Hawaii, bro. You go to Hawaii, you go to Bahamas, you go to, what's that one called? Puerto Rico. Where are all the good baseball players from? Cuba or something? I know Dominican Papi. Dominican Republic. There's a lot of good options that aren't Cabo. I know black. I know Dominican Papi. Diggs crying because he knows he's going to jail. He's not going nowhere. I did a full video on the Diggs situation. It's a bunch of bullshit. I did a full video on it. Okay, the memes can slide, but I did my research and Diggs is innocent, as it appears. If you want the quickest context in the world, there was a woman living at Diggs' house who was his personal chef. She claims that Diggs owed her money, so she requested him. This is her story, by the way. She requested the money from Diggs, and then he started to choke her out. And then when he was done choking her out, she then doubled down and requested the money again. This is her actual story that she told police. Now, did Diggs fail to pay her agreed upon rate? Potentially. I think that's within the realm of possibilities. He ain't going to jail, though. If anybody's going to jail, it's Christian Barmore. Christian Barmore's stuff looked a lot more serious. Mike Vrabel giving post-game speech in the Patriots locker room.
Money just complicates everything. We don't need money because we have each other. Happiness isn't about buying expensive things. It's about...
The Patriots and the Seahawks in a rematch of Super Bowl 49.
We can find a way to settle this.
You're so right. I'm thinking humiliation.
Tell him.
Kind of like
Patriots fans watching Bad Bunny take the stage while they're down 35. How it felt watching every Seahawks-Rams game this season. Yeah, dude, Seahawks-Rams games were electric. Like, deep down in my heart, I want this Super Bowl to ignite this within me. I just don't believe that it can occur. You know what I mean? I would love to. I'd love to. A great Super Bowl would be money. But you know what we've been blessed with over the last 5 years? Great Super Bowls. You know what we're due for? A not-so-great Super Bowl. You could argue that last Super Bowl was not a great Super Bowl. You could argue that. It was kind of a blowout. Me asking why we can't just make the Super Bowl Seahawks versus Rams Part 4.
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
Vikings fans watching Sam Darnold lead the Seahawks to the Super Bowl after they chose 9. Stop with this narrative. Just kidding. You know what I just learned? Yes, the Vikings could not pay Sam Darnold, but they could have franchise tagged him. I did just learn that. Sam Darnold apology for it. I already did it. I already got down on my hands and my knees and I fucking prayed to that man, okay? So don't even start with me, bro. The Jets watching Sam Darnold realizing they drafted a Super Bowl-bound quarterback. I just watched a Sam Darnold interview where they were like, hey, what was the worst part of your career so far? And he was like, getting traded to Carolina. Because he got drafted by the Jets. He was a top 5 pick. He was trash on the Jets because the Jets were trash. And he probably, you know, hadn't developed yet. And then he gets traded to Carolina because the Jets were basically like, yeah, Sam Darnold's ass. He's not the hope for us. And now Sam Darnold's going to go compete in the Super Bowl and probably win it. And then you realize, ooh, some organizations are just not built for winning. All right, juicy extra memes. www.w.com. Oh yeah, there's more video to this video. I don't know where the hell we're putting this. Poo poo pee pee. I'm in a different outfit now.